What it was like to once more take up the role of Monster Slayer and become the Witcher. Now, before we start, I do have to tell you that at this event we had to use a controller. They had not optimized the game for mouse and keyboard, and so I was basically told I had to use the controller, and I never use that particular device. I am a mouse and keyboard user through and through, and of course it was a steep learning curve for me. I am basically a total beginner, and it shows. You will see it in the video, in the combat and in the movement. You should be aware that any clumsiness is down to my incompetence and not the game. So, having got that out of the way, let's take a look at the world of The Witcher Wild Hunt.
Let's go!
One of the key features for Wild Hunt, one of the things that is a little different from the previous Witcher games, is the open world nature of the game. And I can tell you now, the Witcher world now feels large. It really does feel vast. You feel like you can pretty much head off in any direction. You can just keep riding and discover new things in this extremely beautiful and quite varied world. There is a fast travel system if you want to use it. You go along to these signposts and you can then travel to any other signpost you've discovered. But I think you can pretty much just keep riding off in a direction and go from one hub to the next hub. So from one sort of area to the next without encountering a loading screen. And that really does make it feel immense. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually have a lot of footage from different areas. I spent most of the first day in what you would consider the starting area, the area where the prelude is set, and there is so much to do there. You pretty much could stay there for many hours. And so by the time I realised I should probably head off to check out some of the other areas, I'm afraid it was too late to record. It was on the second day. I can tell you there is a lot of variety in the world. I was at one city that was incredibly detailed. It was really, I wouldn't say beautiful because cities are often dirty places, but it was so well done, and it was massive. I mean, it was easily one of the biggest cities I have played in any games. If you remove the idea of zones, sort of a single zone, and that is one of the key defining features of this game, in my opinion. There seem to be no loading screens whatsoever, so you're in a city and you travel